If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspirational juice. It is November the 12th, 2021, and today the topic is, are you a doubting Thomas? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. If you all have been following me on social media, you may already know, but I'm going to go ahead and shout out to my homegirl, Allie, man. Shout out to Allie. I know she's been kind of, I guess you would say, trending over the past couple of days. That means her story is getting out there. People are waking up. So thank and praise God for that. But obviously, I mean, that comes along with, I guess my topic for today, right? I guess that leads me to my topic for today. I mean, at the end of the day, you're always going to have people that doubt, right? People doubt the Bible. People doubt maybe you and your testimony, like things that you've gone through in your life. People doubt, oh Lord. People doubt the things that took place in 2020. It's all accurate, no matter what you're looking at, whether it be the election, whether it be, this whole thing about COVID. People doubt what happened last week, last weekend in regards to the festival that I've been telling you all about over the past few days. They doubt that, people gonna doubt. People are gonna doubt. And I mean, I guess we're free to do that, right? Because we all have our own minds and, obviously be led by your own mind. I say, hey, yeah, use your discernment when you hear things and see things. Now, for me, when you hear and see something multiple times, I mean, you might want to, take some notice of it or at least, acknowledge it or whatever. Because like I said in the past, when there's smoke, there's fire. Like, you hear something repeatedly, I mean, it might be something to look into. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, I mean, yeah, I believe that, after my prayer and meditation this morning, the account about Thomas came into my mind. Now I couldn't remember his name at the time. I just knew it was like the disciple that doubted X, Y, and Z. So, but now I know that to be doubting Thomas. And so, yeah, I'm asking you today, are you a doubting Thomas? Again, this can be in any capacity. This could be, I mean, since I shouted Allie out, let's go ahead and talk about it, right? I shared with you guys in the past about different things that I've learned over the past year in regards to things that she shared. Now, I will admit there are some things that she has said that I have not seen for my own eyes, right? But there are plenty of things that she said that I have seen, right? Like, and I've shared that with you all here, and I told you guys how you guys can see it too, if that's something that you need to do. And this is why I've said numerous times to Allie, I'm like, even though I try to tell her, I mean, it's not that I talk to her all the time or anything, but it's just like, I comment alongside everybody else, and I'm assuming she reads comments or whatnot. And so I've tried to send this to her as encouragement to let her know, like, at the end of the day, some people are the type of people like Thomas. Like, some people just gotta see it. Like, they gotta see it, sis. But the horrible thing about that is that you're asking to see her rape. You're asking to see proof of her rape, outside of, and then, to be honest, outside of a rape kit, I mean, what other proof can someone present in that situation? For me, I just think it's very interesting. On one hand, people is like, me too, believe. from all the different movements that have happened over the past few years, yeah, from Me Too to Black Lives Matter to Believe the Woman. She's an example of all three of that in one. Yet, you see more doubt for her and her testimony than anything. I mean, okay, you see a lot of people that are supporting as well. I mean, obviously, however, you do see like a strong resistance in regards to the doubt. Even to the point where and this is my little humble testimony, and I shared it with you all in the past, so there's documentation of that, of me sharing at least before, that when I interviewed her the first time, or anytime, like I want to say anytime that, I'll just say it like this. So when I interviewed her the first time, I started getting people inboxing me, about, about her, and I guess trying to, well, even before, it was just like the announcement that I was going to get ready to interview her. And people were inboxing me talking about, oh, don't interview her. And then when I did, then they're like, oh, we're going to contact your sponsors and all this different stuff. And yeah, and so for me, it's just, again, one of those things that with everything that's been going on, for anybody to doubt anything at this point, is just really interesting. I don't, again, with everything that has happened, especially over the past couple of years and things that my eyes have been open to, it's really, again, showing me like the things that we don't acknowledge and the things that, it's like we pick and choose, right? And as much as people want to say that we pick and choose with the Bible, we definitely pick and choose in life. On one hand, it's Believe the Woman. On one hand, it's, Me Too and all that. But on the other hand, it's like, oh no, but not this girl, not her experience. Why? So if a celebrity says that something happened to them, which several have said, then it's like, oh yeah, me too, believe that. But then if someone says that, someone else says that this happened to them as well, and they just don't happen to be a celebrity, but they might have had encounters with celebrities, it's like, oh no, she ain't. I'm just saying, hey man, it's just something to think about. It's definitely something to think about, and there's plenty of video of her experience. There's plenty of her, video of her sharing her testimony. So if you guys want to check that out for yourself and just be aware, and again, use your own discernment and pray about it and whatnot. But there's some things that I just don't have to personally see. Like I don't have to see the baby being raped to know that it happened. I mean, they reported it on the news, on the quote unquote news, that father, that, and I shared this with y'all in the past as well, that a father raped his 10-month-old baby. Like, I mean, so if a father raped this 10-year-old baby, then who are we not to believe that there's other people that are doing the same types of things? It may not be to their own children, or it may be, but it may not be to their own children, but it may be to some of these missing kids. Like, and unfortunately, I mean, I shared on my Instagram stories that unfortunately I saw just last night a mother pleading for her missing daughter. Now, I'm not saying that that the daughter's been human trafficked. We hope and pray not, right? I don't know. However, I'm saying that, like, how many stories do we have to hear about missing people and all this other stuff to then believe? Like, are we a doubting Thomas today? Like, do we have to, put our finger in Jesus's hand to believe? Just something to think about, y'all. I'm just saying. So that led me to the topic today, and so that is, so I ended up reading the verses and whatnot. You guys can read the entire account yourself. It's in the Go Deeper section, John 20, 24 through 29. But I'm going to share with you guys the verses that stood out in the midst of those. First is John 20 and 25. It says, "So the other disciples told him, 'We have seen the Lord.' But he said to them, 'Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and place my finger in the mark of the nails, and place my hand into his side, I will never believe.'" That's what Thomas said. That's why he got the name Doubting Thomas on today. Um, so here's the thing. I mean, again, some people are like that though. Some people are, I mean, it's clear that some people are like that. Some people need to see the video of the baby being raped to believe that evil thing is happening. I don't necessarily want to see that. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with just the news report, and I'm good with, the other accounts. Some witnesses said that they witnessed things of that nature. I'm good. I don't want to see that. But some people got to see that in order to. But see, I guess the thing is, like, what are you going to do, even if you did see that? And then what? That's the question. Like, I mean, are you going to do something? Like, I don't know what you can do. And I've said repeatedly myself, like, I mean, I don't know what more I can do aside from pray and share. And, like I said, I did try to do the alley challenge and try to kick that off as something to go viral. I didn't know I was going to be the first person to do it. I thought other people was doing it too, but still, that was something, there's things I've tried to do, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what else to do. And that's something that I seek God for. And I think, a lot of us look at it that way too. We're like, well, what can we do? But there's definitely strength in numbers. And I believe that the more that we wake up and the more that we are aware of different things going on, then, perhaps the more that we can do something, or find a way to work together and do something about it. Like I said, because there's just too many things, too many coincidences, man. Like, y'all don't think it's strange about the kids coming across the border by themselves, or with adults that are not their parents? Like, I heard about a flight that went up to New York at like 4 a.m. and stuff, and it just was, kids and whatnot. Y'all didn't hear about that? So y'all don't think it's strange at all about that concert that just happened, where the people that I was telling you about the other day literally said like they felt like they were in hell and that they couldn't breathe and that they were like fighting for their life. and that they witnessed bodies laid out around them. Y'all don't think none of that's weird? Or something at least to think about? I don't know. I mean, hey, again, some of us are doubting Thomases. We gotta, I guess, be there, right? I guess you gotta go to the concert for yourself and experience it then to believe, I guess. I don't know. But I'm good. I could take Nuke Santiago's account. I'm good. I don't need to be there. I am, I saw his videos. I saw his eyewitness testimony. The man was spooked. The man probably still spooked. And like I said, I it's not like I followed him for a long time or something, but you can see that this man is physically changed by this experience. Like he's probably like, I hope and pray that he gets, the right type of people around him to encourage him on this walk, especially with this Christian walk. But yeah, I mean, it's life changing, man. It's life changing. So again, hey, let's keep chit chatting about this, y'all. Let's keep chit chatting. Let me see. John 20 and 27. It says, "Then he said to Thomas, 'Put your fingers here and see my hands, and put out your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe.'" Now listen. Okay, so here goes something. It might be some pulp for people like me. And I'm saying people that believe already. That's what I mean. People like me. So there's other believers that are already, like, we don't have to see, like, whatever account you want to see. If you want to talk about Allie's situation, if you want to talk about, the account with the concert, if you want to talk about faith in Jesus, there's some of us that we did not have to see to believe, right? And so we'll talk to a Thomas, right? And maybe we get frustrated, like maybe we mad, like maybe we want to I mean, I've seen people get very defensive for Allie. Like, Lord knows I love her, you know what I'm saying? And everything. But maybe I look at it a little different because, again, like I told y'all back in the day, not only did I get that attack from the people that don't believe, and was trying to get me to not believe what she was saying, I was also getting attacked by the people that quote unquote believed as well. Because they, I guess, digged into my little humble past and, I guess found things that were offensive to them. And then I guess wanted to sow a seed where it was like, oh, she may not even be a real supporter or whatever the case is. In spite of what I had just done with, which is opening up, my little humble life and name and platform, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so I was kind of getting it on both sides. So for me, like when I'm witnessing other quote unquote believers attacking people that are struggling in the belief system, whatever, any of these topics, honestly, whether it comes to Allie and her situation or even because, again, a lot of people, unbelievers, feel Christians are attacking them and whatever. So this is for us here. Like, this is something to take a look at for us. Because at the end of the day, I don't see nothing here that said, and so the disciples decided to shun Thomas and tell him that you wrong and we saw, and they argue. Like, I don't see no account of that in the word. I don't see no account of Jesus coming at him like, oh, you said you didn't believe, and like he's snapping. Now, I will say now what I did see was like soon as he did appear in the room, because they say that the door was locked and Jesus came in somehow, right? And so when he appeared in the room, first thing he did say was, hey, Thomas, put your hand into my finger, your finger in my hands and, in my side so you can believe. So, I mean, now, again, I don't know what you guys feel like that delivery could have been, but it didn't seem as if he was like mad and angry and fighting about it or, or something like that. So, hey, that's some hope for us, or maybe it's some good juice for us if you guys have the eyes and ears to hear and see that, let's take on this, y'all. Because, like, first of all, let's understand that there's doubting Thomases out here. Okay. There's people that doubt. And it's a personality thing, right? I guess it's a personality trait. It's probably, based on whatever life they've lived, right? And some of this stuff is hard to believe. Some of this stuff is, it seems far-fetched to those that didn't experience it, right? So we got to understand that, okay, one, there's different types of people out here. And there's some people that are doubting Thomases. That's the first thing. Two, we ain't got to attack and all that to the doubting Thomases. Just, hey, if you got some type of wisdom and some type of, information that you can bestow upon them, then bestow the information upon them. All they did was let the man know, hey, you wasn't here, but we saw the Lord. Now, they gave the man the information. Now, I don't see nothing else about, and when Thomas didn't believe, we decided to gang up on him and whatnot. I didn't see that in the word. So that's something for us today. Let's look at that as an example. Fellow believers, in any capacity, whether you're a believer in Christ or believer in Allie's experience or believer in, with Santiago's experience or whoever, just believers versus unbelievers. Okay. So that's something to look at today, in my little humble opinion. Let me see here. Okie dokie. So let's see. Let's see, here's another verse here, John 20:29. It says, Jesus said to him, have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. I'm going to say that again. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. So yeah, I mean, we're blessed, y'all. We're blessed. If you are someone that can, believe and not have to see, that's called faith. And you're blessed, again, it's just something to think about here. we can definitely go deeper with this. There's more verses in the go deeper section to just take a look at as well. And y'all know, let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. I got one more I want to share with you all. Let me check this real quick. Hey, good morning, Miss Ashley. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so one more verse to share. It is, where is it? It is Matthew 16:4. Matthew 16:4. It says, "An evil and adulterous generation seeks for a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of Jonah." So he left then and departed. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing that we have to be careful about, this whole asking for a sign thing. Like, I think those that hear the truth and whatnot, like, I believe, at least with me, deep within truth. Now, if you don't, right, if you question, that's okay. I don't think anything is wrong with questioning. But I say, hey, go to the source, right? So God is the one that has the wisdom. Hey, go pray about it. I wouldn't sit here and be trying to debate, you know what I mean, and trying to be out here and discredit people. Like, get on your knees and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? If you hear something and you struggle with it and you're like, wait a minute, is this true or is this not true? Ask God. That's where you need to go, friend. Because at the end of the day, all this, arguing and all that is ridiculous. Actually, I don't know if you just got here, but basically I've been sharing about, this whole little thing about doubting Thomas, but on several levels, though. Yeah, with the Bible as well as with just life. So I guess you can listen to that later when I get done with this. But yeah, man, again, we got to be careful about that. And this whole seeking a sign thing, because at the end of the day too, there are accounts that, people are going to use that against us. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use this whole needing a sign thing against us and to deceive us, to believe what they want us to believe. So what you need is faith. What you need is discernment. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? And to get that stuff, you need to, get the wisdom and knowledge from God. So, hey, y'all, that's the juice this morning. I hope that you all enjoyed it and that it is encouraging and inspiring on today. The Bible verse of today is Micah 6:6. It says, "He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. This has been brought to you in part by Anointed Touch, Health, Fitness, and Beauty. Eat right and exercise daily. Walk with God, run from the devil. 1 John 20:20, you have an anointing from the Holy One. Visit anointedtouch-hfb.com for more information.